You see, this has to be contemplated. I remember I used to live in LA, downtown Hollywood, super miserable, antisocial, and I wanted a girlfriend because I needed that female energy. It would have been like a drug. It would have helped me because I had a deficit of that growing up. So then something was just super hungry for it. And I noticed when I was in the presence of a girl I liked, like when I was going to acting classes or something, somehow I started feeling happier. See? And I started getting I wouldn't admit this, but I was using it like a drug, like I was addicted to female energy. Now, if I had a mom that was, like Yogananda's mom when he grew up, she had a guru and she was dialed in and she lavished all this love and attention on him and was authentic. If I had that, maybe I wouldn't even think about a girlfriend ever. He didn't. He just had no interest, Now, because that stuff gets internalized. See, when we nobody has these parents, by the way, but if we did, if it was a girl that had a nice loving father and he gave her this masculine energy and he just filled her all up, she's probably not going to be too hungry for guys. She might still have a boyfriend and get married, but like if it ended or something, it wouldn't be that big a deal. Same with the girl. If I had all that female energy growing up, I would have been in a lot different state than I was in when I was around female energy and I was wanting them so much. And let's say we did hook up and then it ended. Oh man, I was in trouble then. I mean, the way that affected me when there was a breakup was just devastating, and it lasted a long time, and I couldn't eat and couldn't sleep and the whole lovesick thing because I was so hungry for it. Okay, so what's my point? Because we're talking about, are we really ready to attract a healthy woman in our lives? So when I was in LA and I was suffering, I wanted that female energy because I would feel better, because I had proof. Because like I said, when I was around women and they were in touch with their feminine nature, man, I was eating that, And so I'm like, why can't I get a girlfriend? Like I want to, I didn't want like a prostitute girlfriend. I want a true girlfriend that had that nice, balancing, nurturing, feminine, motherly energy, one with the strong maternal instinct that I never got when I was growing up. This is unconsciously what I was trying to attract. But then I had to ask but I wasn't attracting it. I was attracting more like mental case type girls. Why? Because law of attraction. I'm like, why can't I attract? I want the fantasy in my mind of the way I built in my mind, the kind of healthy girl, post-therapy girl that I want. Very nice, clean, energy, balancing. She understands me. She doesn't get all dramatic. Like, I want that. Why can't I attract that? And later I realized through evolution, we got to realize these things. Nobody comes here. You're not like just awakened from the get-go. It just doesn't work like that. We have to suffer a little bit and be ignorant, and then we gain some living wisdom through experience, and everybody has to go through that. So you have to somehow accept that and understand the evolutionary process. If that's an apple tree here, it looks like a berry tree. Not all, but if it was an apple tree, not all the apples are going to fall at the same time, but they will fall at some point. What does it mean, fall? Ripe. They're ripe. What is ripe? You have wisdom, you have balance, you have an idea, an understanding now how to be synchronized with life. This is what ripe is. So everybody's going to get ripe, but it's a question of time. We have to go through the time, the process. So when I asked myself, why couldn't I attract one of those, good girls that I wanted, I wouldn't have been able to handle her. First of all, why would she be attracted to me in the first place? Because this law of attraction is real. It's just real. Like the universe runs on the law of attraction. There's no accidents. We may not be able to understand that with our mind. It may not make sense because we'll be like, wait, I'm healthier than her, or well, why did I attract this? That doesn't match. But on deeper subconscious level, energetically, it matches. Otherwise, we wouldn't attract it. So, if I was honest with myself at that time, there's no way I would have attracted a healthy girl, because I had nothing to give her. What am I going to give her? I'm like in the lowest part of my being. Why would she be attracted to me and want to be in an intimate relationship? It just doesn't work. The highest relationship is when you're in overflow mode, which is what a good lifestyle and semen retention will do for you. You'll first your energy gets restored. Then you have more energy, you have surplus energy, so then you have something to give somebody. So then you want to meet a woman like that. See, in that time, I just wanted the girl to give me energy because I needed energy. But I couldn't reciprocate it back. So I couldn't find or attract a girl like that. So we got to be aware. We got to be aware of where we're at. So when the mind starts saying, like, what's wrong with you? Why can't you attract, the girl of your dreams? It's simply because that's not the moment for that yet. We might need more growth, more work, inner work, more stability, so that then we can attract that. And the irony is, once you get that stability, you may not care anymore anyway. This is the whole thing. I mean, you can still enjoy, maybe you get married if you want, if that's your destiny, but it's no longer, you're not in a deficit anymore of where you really need this female energy. When you're not like that, she can smell that subconsciously and consciously, but more importantly, subconsciously, she can just smell you're not too hungry for her energy. You appreciate it fully. She can also tell that. You appreciate it more even when you're not hungry for it, because when you're hungry for something, you're not really appreciating it. You're like using them for that energy. True appreciation is like, you just appreciate the energy unconditionally as it is. You don't need it. See, when we need something, it taints it. But for a while, you might have to go through that stage of needing. Like, what are you going to do? Like I said, if your upbringing was such that you didn't have a lot of female energy, you may be in a deficit and need it. That's all right. Life will take care of you. You'll have some girlfriends probably, and then they might end, and you might get lovesick, but then the next one, you'll get a little stronger, and then this is how life works out, that imbalance. See, people ask me questions, and they want techniques that can to just bypass this whole thing of life and evolution and growing spiritually. It just doesn't work. I can't lie to you and say, yeah, just do this thing, let's do a class. It's $50 a class, and we're going to go over these techniques, and this is going to save you. It just doesn't work like that. You have to already accept that there's going to be some growth periods. Growth is messy, and you got to bear that. You just got to go through that. All right? So those who are interested in spirituality, this is the real saving grace, but you have to come to that organically. You can see my other channel, Spiritual Renaissance. Also my other channel, Transcending Shadows. Too many channels. All right. Have a good day.